Hello, welcome to Staci Lee Beauty. Today we are going to be talking all about Revolution's new brand, which is Planet Revolution. The items are made from recycled materials and upcycled ingredients and just all kinds of good things for the environment. I just wanted to mention something. I have noticed a lot on social media on the comments in regards to Revolution that people seem to have issue with the fact that they have so many brands under their umbrella brand, Revolution. But I don't have a problem with that, and I will tell you why. Like the XX Revolution, that one, I don't really get that one totally, but the other ones, I get the differences of them, and it may be because I worked for Claire's corporate headquarters years ago, and there's Claire's and there's Icings, and they were the same company but two different stores, and they needed to be separated, not only just to try to, it was so that the customer hopefully could see that Claire's was the younger and that Icings was supposed to be the older sister kind of thought process. But from the back end, it just makes things easier because of reporting and analyzing, staffing, like all those kind of things just are easier. At least I noticed that it was easier if they were separated. So I don't have any affiliation with Revolution, so I don't know if they feel the same way, but that's what I'm guessing. I think if you maybe just think about it as each brand is its own personality. And so you have, I Heart Revolution. So that is your cutesy, girly, let's say that's like your Cher from Clueless. That's the fun girl. Not that, I got products from every line pretty much, so. But okay, so that's your fun girl. Then you got Makeup Revolution, and that is, let's say I have a foundation stick. So from there, and some concealer. So okay, that is more your, just kind of everyday, in with the trends, but not so cutesy girl. And then you have Makeup Obsessions, which that one, okay, I can see that one is a little bit, it's a cross, I think, though, between the cutesy and the regular Makeup Revolution, because there's like a Kisses palette. Well, that's not quite so cutesy as I Heart, but it's a little cutesy. Does that make sense? And then you have the Revolution Pro, and so that is more your cosmetics girl, your maybe a Charlotte Tilbury girl, but doesn't want to pay that price. More that aesthetic. And then now Planet Revolution is more your boho girl. And the boho girl probably would look at this packaging and think, yeah, not interested in that. So in my mind, that's kind of, and then they have skincare and stuff, but that's kind of how I think of it, and I keep them straight in my head. I guess, does that help, or do you even care? I don't know, but anyway, I feel like I'm babbling, but I just wanted to address that in case you were of that same concern, and just give you a little bit of my perspective on it from my experience and on why, to me, it makes sense. Start with putting on the Everything Balm. This retails for $12. Here is what the box looks like. It says, I'm the ultimate hydration for all skin types. Can be used on the face, body, hair. And this does say on this as well that I can be fully recycled, rinse me out, and put me in the recycling bin. So yeah, that's good. You could just, as you get lower, clip off the top here. That way you can rinse it off easily. And it does have the seal right here, and then you can poke it through. It is made with natural aloe vera and olive oil. And the cap is PCR, so that is recyclable as well. PCR means post-consumer recycled material. So what happens is when plastic gets recycled, then they break it down into little pellets, and then those pellets are made to use new product. So this was once another product. Kind of cool, huh? Just kind of overall clean. I don't really get a strong scent from it. And, oh, okay, it is, let's see, how would you describe this? It feels like it's very, very hydrating. And it doesn't look like it when you do this, but when you're smoothing it on, it feels thicker than a moisturizer. But it's easy to, it's like an ointment. That's what maybe it is. And it even, like, the packaging kind of reminds me of that. So yeah, it almost feels, I would say, yeah, more like an ointment maybe. But it's not greasy. I don't want you to think that, like, it doesn't feel like it's greasy. I have dry skin, so this is feeling wonderful on my skin. Yeah, and my skin is soaking it in. I don't know if you had oily skin. I mean, it says for all skin types, so I don't know if you can see my fingers, like how there is a little bit of a shine there now on them. I am usually always heavy-handed, so I might have got a little too much on because, can you see it? It is definitely looking like I got a glow on, a glistening glow. You know what I was thinking about is if you have tried the Milani Goddess, Green Goddess, I think it is, the oil. That's what my face, like how it kind of looks right now, that's what it reminds me of. But this is definitely a little bit of a heavier, not feeling on, but feeling to apply, like the texture of it. And I decided to go with this one, Space, because I didn't have that many purple shadows in my makeup. So I thought that this would be pretty. Look at these pretty colors. So there is four pressed pigments, excuse me, in here. So there's 8 colors, that is 0.03 ounce, and there's 2 colors that are 0.07 ounce. And so the cool thing about this is, of course, that this is recyclable. The outer cardboard container that it came in, this is also recyclable. And you could look this up, so you don't have to keep the packaging. Most of the time I keep it anyway. But it does give you the steps on here when you're done of how to take it apart and recycle it, because the mirror does snap out. So this package itself is made from compostable fiber foam. So that was another thing that I wasn't sure what that meant. That means that fiber foam is manufactured from wood pulp, which is crushed down and blended to give that hand feel of plastic. The fiber foam can be home composted. So really, this is from Huda. So, but any cream, nude color, kind of that, if you usually do that, that's what I always do. So I want to put that down first. I'm gonna go with the purple matte, and we're gonna put that in the crease and a little bit above. And I'm focusing a majority of the color in the outer corner here, and then blending it over. This is a little bit of an angled brush, and it's got some give to it, but I wouldn't say it's a fluffy. Like, it moves, so it's not real dense, but it's got some structure to it. But there's an angle, so it just fits right nice there. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with the matte brown. And this is an angle brush too, but a little bit more fluffy because I don't want quite as much pigmentation. And I'm going to kind of put that in the outer corner and then sweep it over into the crease and not go up as high. And if I wanted more pigmentation with this color, I would use a more dense brush, but I don't want a lot of pigmentation, so that's why I'm going with a more fluffier brush. I'm definitely gonna have to do some more looks with this palette, if not here, over on Instagram, because these like marbly colors in that, oh, that purple I gotta use. I mean, it looks like velvet. I have to use that today. Taking a flat, more dense brush, and I'm gonna go in with this dark brown on the bottom row there. There's a little bit of shimmer to it. And I'm going to put that just on the outer corner and just a little bit into the crease just to kind of darken it up. And I'm going to go back to my original brush, but I'm not adding anything, and just to kind of go back and forth on the top here just to soften that out. So I'm taking, this is a fluffy brush, not real fluffy, but it does have a little bit of fluff and kind of goes outwards. And oh yeah, that's not doing anything. A really stiff brush. And the color in here, it does look like it's very soft. It almost, I don't know if you can see that, looks like the jelly kind of consistency. Yeah, see, that's not doing anything either. I mean, maybe as a topper, can you see it's like barely getting something? So yeah, definitely with your finger with that shade. With this lilac purple, if I try to put that right here, how that goes. It definitely has some color to it. You see right there. See, that does lighten it up. And if you're wetting your brush, just go into one corner of your pan, because over time it will change the consistency and the texture of the shadow. Let's see if that makes a difference. I'll do that over here. I don't really think wetting the brush makes a difference with this one. No. There isn't a huge amount of difference, but I kind of feel like it maybe looks a little bit smoother. This is with my finger application, and this is with a dry brush. I mean, it barely, but so this is kind of a more short brush, but see how there's, you can move the bristles a little bit, but it's definitely, there's not a lot of give to this one. So I'm going to wet the brush, and I want to go in with that creamy, marbly, granite looking color, and I want to try to put that in the inner corner. See what that shade does. Just pop that right there. Oh, I like that. I don't do a lot of inner corner, but I feel like that one is really brightening the eye up. What do you think? I like that. This is the Eye Savior, and it's made with upcycled coffee. It says it's detoxing, and it has upcycled squalane as well in it. And the squalane is from olives. It smells good. Just like an overall fresh, it's not like you can smell coffee or anything like that. And I didn't know, I have to admit again, when I first looked at this stuff and it said upcycled coffee, it's like, what? Well, then I was looking up, oh, it's like really, I didn't have these stored in a fridge or anything, and it's not cold, but it is kind of cooling and feels refreshing on the skin. A coffee bean is really a seed, and then in the process of roasting it and stuff, there's this extract that comes from it, and that is what is being upcycled. Very, very hydrating. So we're definitely going to have to try this with the Tarte Shape Tape, because this is probably one of my drier formulas of concealer. So the jar is made from 30% recycled glass. The cap at the moment is from virgin material. They are trying to get new avenues on that. Be able to blend in a little bit better. So that helped the Shape Tape a little bit. But I feel like out here I might have got a little bit too much of the eye cream because it's starting to kind of ball up there. I mean, the under eye area, it feels still really hydrating. So that is good, like, because sometimes, you know, when I put on the Tarte Shape Tape, it kind of feels drying there. But it just doesn't seem like the concealer is staying, I guess that would be. And we are back. But let me give you my thoughts, first impression thoughts on this, what I've tried so far, and then we will do the cleanser and the beauty buns later. So first of all, with this balm, if you have dry skin particularly, I think that you might be interested in this. Again, these are all first impressions, but my skin just feels so hydrated, and my chin area and right here does not look dry. That is a bonus, and it seems like it did not interfere with the application of my foundation stick, so that is good. With the eye savior, I'm going to put it again on tonight when I take off my makeup, and I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to test this out more, but I think that it didn't seem to, I probably didn't wait long enough, so I think that you need to put this on before you even start your makeup routine. Like usually I put on moisturizer or balm or whatever, and then a lip balm, and then I start my routine. Well, that's what I should have done with this. I just think I didn't wait long enough, and it seemed like it was not playing well with the concealers, but my skin did feel hydrated right there. So the jury's still out on that. As far as like hydration though, it felt good. This eyeshadow palette, even though I haven't used all of the colors yet, so just the colors I have used, I like it. I will say that lilac, that was a surprise for me, and the purple velvet color, that was also a surprise, but I thought that that would be my favorite, but I don't really think so. It's very, very, very soft, so just make sure you are going very gentle into it. It does move around kind of in the pan. So yeah, I definitely, like I said, I'm gonna play around with this, do some more looks, and I will keep using it up. I don't know if I'll ever, let's be honest, I don't know if I'll ever be able to pan this, but I will give it my best this year and into next year to work through this so that I can actually try to take it apart and see how that works later. I'm going to go about my day, and then I will come back, and when I'm ready to take off my makeup, and we'll try these out. Let me know so far what you are thinking, if you are interested in this brand, if you're interested in any of these products in particular, and just what your thoughts are. Everything has been on about 3.5 hours, and my chin is a little worn off from foundation, but that usually happens. But I just wanted to come back on and tell you before I take this off that my skin still feels hydrated. Since it is a thicker item, I'm not going to use this like as an everyday moisturizer, but definitely if you have dry skin, like this really, really made my skin definitely more hydrated, or looked more hydrated too. All right, so what I'm gonna do is wash my face. This is the freshwater cleanser with upcycled grapefruit. This also says it is made with 100% recycled plastic, and you can rinse me out and recycle me and my cap. No need to remove the label. It's fixed with a special glue that doesn't contaminate the recycling process. So how awesome is that? Use that, and I didn't purchase their cloth rounds, but I have some. So after I wash my face, we'll give it another go with this, and then we're going to try these reusable cotton or beauty buds. They're not cotton, that's why they're reusable. Yes, I intentionally left my raccoon eyes here as I was taking off my makeup so that we could try these out. First, I just wet this with water, no eye makeup remover or anything on it yet. Let's just see. I'm assuming I'll need to add eye makeup remover. That's with just using it with water. Now this is Beauty by Earth. It is a makeup remover. It's really, really gentle. I like to use this for eye makeup particularly. Let's see. Let's do this. So when I have the concealer and the shadow in here, this area. Okay, so I just rinsed that with water. So not even really with soap and water, and quite a bit came off. Definitely just for quick, little like cleanups, I would think, more than actually like taking a lot of makeup off. Let me know if you have used these before. I didn't really see too many out there on the market already, but Let me know if you've ever used beauty buds and what you think. I don't know. I think that maybe, I just don't know. Like it is easier to get up underneath there to get things off, to get the makeup off, but it just seems like definitely more just for cleanup. I was thinking maybe I could just, kind of like go like that and get a bunch of it off, but I think that would just take a little too long. As you can see, it does stain, that eyeshadow did stain my lids a little bit. I think by tomorrow night it'll be gone, but yeah, just as an FYI, because I did have MAC paint pot on before, but there is still a little color in there. So let's try this cleansing water. I usually only do a double cleanse on the days where I'm wearing foundation. Otherwise, then I just usually do a cleanser water or something like that. I mean, I thought maybe it would be like a citrus scent since it's upcycled grapefruit, but it just kind of smells, there's a hint of a citrus, and it's just kind of drop it on. That doesn't come out too fast out of it. Ugh, if I could talk. But it does feel nice. So it kind of reminds me of if you have used a micellar water. Right, but yeah, I feel very clean, refreshed. My skin does not feel drying at all or tingling. So first impressions, I think that this is good. Yeah, very similar to like a micellar water, the Garnier one. That's what I've used. And the jury is out. Well, the jury's still out on these beauty buds. I do have a question. I'm interested. I would assume most places have recycling in your community now, but I was curious, do you have, like here, we just put our recycling all in one bin. It's like a garbage bin, and then they come and pick it up the same day that the garbage is. So I have a garbage bin and a recycling bin, but I'm interested, is that how it works for your area, or do you have to take it somewhere? Do you have to separate materials out? Let me know down below. And I think that is it. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already and you want to see more of me on your timeline, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button either down below, or you can click my face. And if you want to see more videos all about revolution, then you can click on any of the videos popping up on the screen now. Thank you again for watching, and I hope you have a good rest of your day, week, morning, evening, and that you'll come on back and see me. Thanks. Bye.